His hatchery is up and he's got quite a few spine crawlers, but he hasn't saturated the base at all, getting a second queen and still continuing to pump the mutalisks, but it looks like we're going to see a ground transition with these two evolution chambers. He kills my overlord at his expansion. Meanwhile, my Zergling is in the middle, seeing any mutalisks flying through, and this Zergling is a hero Zergling. He's actually going to be there for almost the entire game. I mean, look at this. I see you. One little Zergling is going to see this. I can prepare for it. He just has to fly down and kill it, but I don't think he actually saw that Zergling. He's at the top. I'm here to greet him with Hydralisks. He's gonna spot these Hydralisks and likely back away. Yeah, you see that. He sees those Hydras and he's thinking, no thanks. So right now it's looking fairly even. My harvesters are back up to 2 under him, so 25 harvesters to 27 harvesters. I'm choosing to go a Hydralisk den, and I don't see a Hydralisk den out of him yet, so an interesting tech choice by Catz, continuing to pump Mutalisks even though they are not effective against Hydralisks. I guess he is sacrificing, me being able to counter his Mutalisks for versatility of the Mutalisks. He's already done so much damage with the Mutalisks against my drones that I don't blame him one bit for that choice. First attack for my ranged units going down. And some infestors coming out, looks like. Infestors, overlords. I've got glial reconstruction, so I'm not sure what that... Oh, I think that's the infestor upgrade actually. No? Glial reconstruction, huh? Oh, that's weird. It's got a different tooltip down here than up here, so I did research the Roach speed. So I'm going to be using a combined force of Roach and Hydra and Infestor to try to win this game. Infestor's again very, very good against clumps of Mutalisks just because he can stop Infestors can stop them in place and give the Hydras free shots at them while they are immobile. He did take out this expansion, the destructible rocks in the bottom right. And now he's placing a drone expansion down there, a hatchery down there. He's going to pick off a couple more overlords here, it seems. Infestor's going out, gets a okay fungal growth. I mean, if I could fungal growth every time and kill 2 Mutalisks like that without even having to worry about spending it on some kind of push here, I am happy. So, he's got to be a lot more apprehensive now with those Mutalisks now that he sees that I can fungal growth him with those Infestors. So right now it's just kind of a macro game, and he's flying around and trying to do a lot of harassing, continuing to pump the Mutalisks. I don't like this choice at all by him, especially once he saw my Infestors. He's actually got a better economy, quite a few more drones, as well as his expansion, his 3rd expansion at the high yield going down. So if he just wants to match my tech at this point, instead of choosing a different tech, he could probably beat me in this game. But we'll see what he chooses to do with these Mutalisks. Picks off another Overlord, but not before my Overlord does see these Zerglings taking out the rocks. So I'm prepared for any kind of push through the rocks like that, and you'll see I do move my Hydras over here eventually, I believe. I think I'm waiting for my Infestor to have enough energy. Oh, here we go. There's that Infestor. So if he does bring in his Mutalisks to support his Zerglings, I'm going to go ahead and fungal growth those Mutalisks. But you'll see he doesn't choose to do that. He's going to go do some more Overlord hunting with the Mutalisks. No upgrades on those Mutalisks, strangely enough. He's focusing on training those so much, but he doesn't spend the cost of 1 Mutalisk to upgrade all of these Mutalisks with 1 damage Mutalisks. I'm saying that a lot. 2 Spore Colonies chewing away them. And my force is moving out with 3 Infestors, a lot of Hydras, and a couple Roaches. All he has is 89 Zerglings and 17 Mutas. You know that the Muta build is gas intensive when someone can train 89 Zerglings. So here are the 89 Zerglings mixed up in his base. And we'll see how I respond to that. Hydras and Roaches very good against Zerglings, so I don't know if they're well upgraded or not. They are 1-1 Zerglings, so the army is a little bit imbalanced. We have the same amount of gas produced in our units, but he has over 1,000 more minerals produced, and now he is up a little bit on gas, but he stationed his men just down here to protect his high yield, I suppose, in the open ground. He doesn't want to fight in a little choke where his Zerglings can't surround. But I break open the rocks, which he doesn't see, and I'm able to attack him in his main. Decent fungal growth, catching about 5 or 6 units there, and I have just way more ground units. I'm able to catch these alone, and a great fungal growth, catching tons of Zerglings. Mutas coming in from the bottom. Roach is pushing into the main while the Hydras are fighting the Mutalisks. I need to pull these 4 Mutalisks down here to attack the Hydras to attack the Mutalisks, but I don't do that. They get eaten up here. 3 Infestors having to run away, not enough energy. Hydras trying to finish off these Mutalisks, but they aren't able to. If they were down there shooting at those Mutas while the fungal growth was on them, that would have been great, but they weren't microed properly. One last fungal growth to try to do as much damage as I can before the Infestors explode into an orgasm of meat and flesh. Continuing to pump Hydras because of the high numbers of Mutalisks. I've got 2 attack upgrades on my Hydras. These 3 were rallied, but I wasn't able to pull them back in time. I'm going to come out and try to save them. A lot of Hydras versus almost the same number of Zerglings, but the Hydras drop them very fast. I growth these 3 Mutas so they can't run away and take them out very easily. But right now he is running off 3 bases. I'm only running off 2. If you look at the income, he has 2 more geysers than me, 11 more drones, and about 200 or 300 more income. So I need to attack this base right away, this high yield base. It looks like I haven't even spotted it yet. Moving out with my Hydra Force, looks like I have 1 Infestor right now. I'm going to want to train another, 1 or 2 more Infestors so I have enough fungal growth to deal with any kind of Zerglings or Mutalisks that come in. Still behind on the Harvester count and the base count. He's putting down 2 spine crawlers down here because it is so important to protect this. He should actually, I thought he had spine crawlers. There they are. He should move these spine crawlers somewhere else. I don't think he needs to worry about his main base because it is mined out. He should move those down and connect creep to get those down to the expansion, but you can't do everything. I'm sure he's got quite the high APM. Yeah, it's at 107. I'm only at about 98. But we see another incoming assault on this expansion, on this 3rd expansion. He has some Lings and not as many Hydras, but I do have some Roaches to soak up that Hydra damage from his if we do engage, so I think my army is a bit stronger and better comprised at this point. I do have better upgrades as well to attack to his 1 armor. I'm trying to pick off some drones before they run away, get most of them, a few to get away. Expansion goes down, evening the base count. Meanwhile, he is waiting for me to come out of here, and he's going to try to get me choked up, I suppose around here. He should be moving his men, up here or up here, based on wherever I decide to run out. Continues to pump his force. The army sizes are a bit uneven at this point. I have him beat by quite a bit in the minerals and gas. My upgrades are better, and I have roaches, and he doesn't have any roaches at all in sight. He does have a roach warren, however. Lots of roaches here get kind of bunched up around the Zerglings. I'm trying to take out some Zerglings before I run away, and I get a couple, but now I'm going to move them back to join this heavy army of ground units. So you'll see that because he focused so much on Mutalisks when I had Hydralisks, I was able to upgrade my ground better and get a bigger ground army despite him having this this high yield for so long. I can't speak right now. This game is so long and I just do not have any wind in me. Oh my gosh. He's got a lot better upgrades. It looks like he upgraded another armor and another attack at his evolution chamber, so he is now at 2-1 compared to my 2-0. Still, I have 2 attack, so I negate his armor, but he does an extra damage to me. Now he's splitting his army. He's going to try to do a pincer attack. He's got his Zergling up there, so he knows I'm there. So he's attacking from 2 fronts, and we'll see how this works out. Great fungal growth. Look at all those Hydras that cannot even attack. The left side just doesn't have enough forces. His left side is getting taken out. As for the right side, looks like to be a pretty even battle, but once I shift my forces from the left to the right, he is forced to run away. Too many Hydras, too many Roaches. I now have 1 armor upgrade as well, so I've got him beat on the upgrade game just because attack is better than armor because it gives 2 bonus to Roaches. So I have him contained at this point with my Infestor stocking up energy. Another, possible mistake is that he didn't go Infestors, and he's actually got 3 evolution chambers. That is kind of extreme, in my opinion. But I have 3 Infestors, a lot of Hydras. Look at this army. I've got 5,000 minerals worth and almost 3,000 gas, and he has less than half that in each category except for minerals. He's about